Good day. We continue today in chapter 6 of Leviticus, and the story we're going to unpack today is a story of how when people sin against you, when people betray your trust, they're actually betraying God's trust. They're actually sinning against God. So let's read in Leviticus 6. We're going to read verse 2 and verse 5. When anyone sins by betraying trust with God, by deceiving his neighbour regarding something entrusted to him, or by robbing or cheating or threatening him, or if he has found something lost and lies about it, and swears falsely regarding any of these sins that people commonly commit. When he sins and is found guilty, he must return what he stole or extorted, restore what was entrusted to him, return the lost thing he found, or anything else about which he swore falsely. He must make full restitution, full compensation. Add 20% to it. Sins against man are sins against God. When someone betrays another, steals from them, cheats them, or deceives them, they are in fact betraying the trust of God. When you find yourself on the receiving end of such behavior, the first thing to remember after you deal with the initial hurt is that the behavior aimed at you is also aimed at God, also hits God, and He expects that it should be dealt with. He expects that person to make right, to repay, to restore, to make restitution, to return, to give back. But not only that, that person's also supposed to add 20% on top of it. That's one of my issues with the world we live in today. People break the law, they steal, they deceive, and when they are caught, all that happens, if somebody doesn't mess the case up, is that they go to prison. Nothing is done to restore to the person who lost belongings, lost their place in society. Nothing is done to restore to the person they stole from. Not even to mention murder, rape, abuse. Even if we expected restitution, how do you even give that back? How do you restore, return, or add extra on top of that? But then again, God's ruling when it comes to murder was not restoration, was not restitution. It was removal, removing the guilty one. And this also is not something we adhere to today. So yes, an offering was required and the person would be forgiven, but they still had to restore to the person they stole from. So we can say that through Jesus, the offering has been prepared and can bring forgiveness to the offender, but there remains an expectation of restitution, if you ask me. The thief must repay and cannot simply keep what he stole. The cheating spouse must make up for it and cannot simply continue as if nothing has happened. In the same way, keep in mind that if you were to act in any such manner against someone else, you are acting against God also. So what is God teaching us? Hashtag pay back the money? Well, yes, maybe. But more than that, I think the primary message here today is that at the end of the day, the receiver of the offense is God. So be careful. Think before you act. Be blessed.